With the constant rise in new property being built in London, it is clear that more and more green space is disappearing. With only around 8% of London being farmland and less space being made available for parks and public green space, it seems London is becoming more and more of a concrete jungle. A green space that seems to be invariably under threat is the allotment. For example, in Hackney, campaigners have stood in protest to protect their allotments from the Olympic Stadium development. But as is the case with other councils, Hackney seems to be following suit and turning soil into concrete. In 1943, there were around 1,400,000 allotment plots in the UK. Currently, there are around 250,000, just 700 of those are based in London. In recent years, there has been a rise in interest in allotments, and the waiting lists are growing, the wait being as long as 40 years in certain areas of London. I have come to visit Framford Allotments based in Hanwell, West London, to see for myself the interest generated by allotments. For her 8th year on the allotment, Sandra Jonte has been preparing her beds for new spring produce.
Well, from what I was told, is this land was left by a gentleman whose name I can't remember, and that was left in his will. And the thing is that we can't, this land can't be used for anything else but the allotment, which is good. But whether the council would, respect that, in the longer term, I don't know. But that's what it is for the moment. Yeah. The spirit of the allotment, we just share, and so if you've got too much of something, or just as a gift, to just give things away, and which is nice, nice thing to do. Normally it's quite quiet, so it just enables you to just relax and reflect on a hard week at work if you've been working really hard, and yes, and it's helped me in the past just to think and reflect on things, which is kind of meditation, if you prefer, which is very nice. It's just a nice place to come, just to relax and take your minds off things, and I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but you will notice that people who come to the allotment are quite dedicated to do what they do. You don't always have time to come, but people, really enjoy it overall, and yes, it's just peaceful and it's nice.
Wandering around this allotment, it is so interesting to see the vast difference in gardening styles throughout the different plots. Some have been created purely for produce, others are filled with flowers, some are quite eccentric in style. Yet all have made clever use of their resources. Together they merge to make a fantastic eclectic village which looks so welcoming and endearing. Richard Hayden-Rich has devoted 4 years of hard graft to creating his plot.
This was all brambles. That was brambles. The whole back area of brambles, and about that high,
Have you made lots of friends on the allotment?
That's what happens. You spend more time chatting than you do on your plot, as you know. So, it's like a lifesaver, I suppose, for quite a lot of people over here, because if they're retired, they're stuck indoors, 4 walls. They get out, they start digging on their plot, so it's exercise, fresh air, and you get involved with other people, you chat. And there's a little bit of backstabbing now and again, but I mean, that's what's all the fun is, Somebody gets chickens, so somebody else has got chickens, and all of a sudden it's chickens. I'm chicken sitting at the moment for my neighbour here. I've just let them out. I'm chicken seeded. But of course she's gone away, now stopped laying.
It is lovely to see the diverse mix of people in this allotment. Many come for relaxation, whilst others pursue their gardening hobby. Some have come with their whole family. Emily and Anna are best friends and often come down to Framford with their families. How often do you come down here?
Weekends. Sometimes after school. Only really little bit. Only really little times after school. This morning I brought some blackberries from the shop, and there are plants, and we plant, and I grow some seeds. Got some peas, some munch too. I like it because some of our friends are here, and then when we're here we can go on to the other people's. You're not allowed to go. Our friends are not. Friends. Yeah. And sometimes we go to a fox den that's got lots of old stuff in it. But it's a bit brambly. And the foxes don't normally come out there. It's only sometimes you see. But it is cool.
Framford came third in the allotment category of the London in Bloom Awards 2009. There have been numerous projects to rejuvenate and develop the land, and the plot holders have succeeded in making their space more manageable for gardening and habitable for wildlife. A lot of hard graft has been put into projects around Frumfield, one of which is the charming pond that was landscaped by the plot holders themselves in the summer of 2009. Dennis Wilkinson is the chairman of Frumfield. He's had his allotment for 2 years, visiting every day to take care of his plot and his chickens.
I was given the project to do the pond, and with a few helpers over here, and as you can see we successfully carried the project out. Roughly 18 months ago this was all bramble and all rough land, and it is now, we turned it into a conservation area, and as you can see we planted all around the side, and we've added an island, and the amount of wildlife in there is phenomenal. We've got loads of newts, frogs, the ducks come regular.
How do you feel about the council building on all this green land?
I think it's wrong, very wrong. I've lived in this area now for 50 odd years, and I've seen loads of green belt around this area. No longer here, it's all built on, and there's only 1 or 2 spaces left, and to build on them would be a sin. You know, there's not enough green spaces. It's unbelievable, you know, how it was when I came here, say 50 years ago, to what it is now. It's just getting smaller and smaller, and I hope it comes to a stop.
After spending just a short while in Frumfield, I've already fallen in love with the culture that surrounds allotments. Hidden away in the midst of the busy streets of West London, there is this small green haven which is home to such a strong community. It is not only somewhere for people simply to garden, it remains a main source of food for many of the plot holders. It has also been a meeting place where many long-lasting friendships have been forged. The allotment can be an escape from the stresses of life. For many people it is used as a rock on which to rely and has provided support during good times and bad, and remains for many people a sanctuary. I have come to see that these plots of land are more than just a beautiful garden. They enrich people's lives immensely, and therefore it would be a crime to see this land replaced with another faceless, bland building project.